we're bouncing in to Inside LSU Gymnastics this week. The Tigers are at Missouri, and you won't want to miss all these great highlights that are coming up almost at the end of the runway. So here we go, Inside LSU Gymnastics right now.
Inside LSU Gymnastics with Dee Bro, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, is brought to you each week by Women's Hospital. When experience matters, choose Women's Hospital. TJ Ribs, legendary Louisiana barbecue. Dow. For more than 60 years, Dow has been a dedicated teammate to LSU. Go Tigers! And by Assurance Financial. When you find the home you want to buy, choose a mortgage lender that can help you buy it. David Alello with Assurance Financial. Lending, the way home buyers prefer it. Call David today to get pre-approved. 225-921-8152. Inside LSU Gymnastics with Dee Bro, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, is an exclusive presentation of the LSU Sports Television Network. This segment of Inside LSU Gymnastics, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, is brought to you by Williamson Cosmetic Center and Paranac Aesthetic Surgery, where you'll always place first with us.
Hello, Tiger fans, and welcome inside LSU Gymnastics, as always, from the beautiful LSU Gymnastics Training Center on the LSU campus in Baton Rouge. We're so glad that you could join us again this week. Your Fighting Tigers are on a roll after going up to Missouri in the Southeastern Conference on Friday night. All of the highlights are coming up in just mere seconds, but let's welcome in head coach Dee Bro into our broadcast today. Dee, always great to be with you. Your team has been on a mission these last few weeks, on the rise, not only in scoring, but in the rankings, and it seems like it's coming together.
It's been a process, and we talk to the kids all the time about removing the clutter and stay in the process, and it's not over until postseason is done, and that's kind of where we have our sights.
Absolutely, you did. Had to go on the road for the final SEC regular season away meet for the 2020 season. And it's a place that we don't get to go very often, it seems, in Missouri, but you went into that arena. It seems like we've been saying it over and over the last few weeks. The game face was on. Missouri brought their A game, and it was tight till the end.
Well, we saw them at the gym quarters meet, and we knew that they had some really good performers on that squad. And we told the kids, what we needed to do, what needs to happen in this event, maintain your momentum, maintain your focus. Let's get in there and you get the win, and let's score a 197. And, a little higher 197 would have been better, but a 197 just the same, and came home with a win.
Uneven bars in rotation number one. You're looking handstands and landings, and for the most part, it seemed like those came around.
And they did. And, we felt like, it was a great first event for us. It was consistent. The kids did a great job, and I felt like each performer got better as we moved down the lineup. And the highlights, I think, speak for itself. We hit really good handstands. Sammy Durante, I thought, was probably the best routine of the night, but you just can't deny Ruby. Her routine was beautiful.
It was indeed, and I hope you're enjoying all of these great highlights, as always brought to you by our friends at TJ Ribs, legendary Louisiana barbecue. Missouri was right there. They were pushing over on vaulting. You knew that you had to complete those uneven bars and get some good momentum going into the second rotation.
Yeah, we left bars feeling good. Our handstands were solid. The lots of amplitude and routines are big. We need to polish. We need to get a little bit better, but went to vaulting with, Kennedy back in that lineup, and we just feel like the vaulting lineup is getting better and better week by week.
It does indeed appear that way. And of course, on this particular event, you're looking for height and distance. You're looking for traveling away from the table. And then, of course, those stuck landings.
Well, we didn't have the stuck landings that we had at the gym quarter meet, and then, of course, here at home. But, we were away, and I still feel like the rigors of those previous 2 weeks, we paid for it in practice the week before this meet. But the vaults were big. They were stretched out. We had a lot of amplitude. The height and distance were I felt like very, very competitive. And, the scoring is inconsistent when you go different places around the country. The scoring is a little bit different. But I tell you, we let Kaya do her double full. And Kennedy went back in there, and her vault was very strong, very high. Little step on the landing. I'm going to back up the lineup a little bit. Ruby's vault we felt like was strong. Sammy Durante backing up in the lineup a little bit more, but really pretty in the air. And like I said, she's a new vaulter. She hadn't vaulted in a long time, and short of a stuck landing, that was a good vault.
And I know you are working to continue to develop some depth, had a couple of injuries. In particular, fans are really curious about Sarah Edwards and getting her back in, and it looks like the prognosis is going to be good.
Sarah did a lot of running down the runway. She actually took off the board a little bit, a little pain in the landings, and of course vaulting is a off the board landing event, and we just have to guard that because I need to get her back on floor as well.
As well you do. Hey, it was a great meet in the Southeastern Conference at Missouri. Second half highlights are coming up right after this quick timeout inside LSU Gymnastics. We'll be right back.
When you're expecting, you have expectations. But what if there was more? What if your caregivers were your teachers and your cheerleaders, and they helped you plan and prepare so you can have a voice in your care? This is the experience of a lifetime, and experience matters. Your experience starts with the Pregnancy Navigator at Women's Hospital.
At BMW, we didn't make just one SAV, we made the ultimate range of SAVs. With unmatched power, luxury, and performance, the BMW X-Range is prepared for any road you travel. No matter who you are, no matter where you're going, no matter what's next, there's an X to take you there. Get exceptional offers from your Louisiana BMW Centers, the official luxury vehicle of LSU Athletics.
Touchdown, Tigers!
Yes! If it weren't for them, this would just be the guy who brings me pizza.
We would have run out of things to talk about a long time ago.
He'd just be the loud guy in 4B. We'd have nothing in common.
We'd still just be friends.
And we'd all be strangers.
Cox, we're Tiger fans too.
Hey Blakely, it's Ruby. Hey Harper, can you pose like Ruby? I think we got it. Good job. Hey Molly, look.
Gymnastics tickets? Holy cow, they're cheaper than a movie.
Holy cow, be a part of the 2020 season as the LSU Gymnastics team takes the floor in the Maravich Assembly Center. Watch the back-to-back-to-back SEC champions as they compete for 4 in a row. LSU Gymnastics. Earn it. Own it.
We're born to be loud, born to be strong, born to work hard and tailgate harder. We're born to give it our all, on the field, in the stands, and beyond. We're born to be Tigers. We're the Tiger Athletic Foundation. Be part of the team behind the Tigers. Join today for better access and better perks. TAF, we're here for Tigers. Be there for them too. Annual membership starts at only $50.
This segment of Inside LSU Gymnastics, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, is brought to you by TJ Ribs. TJ Ribs, legendary Louisiana barbecue.
It's now time for our exceptional performance of the week, brought to you by our sponsors at Woman's Hospital. When experience matters, choose Woman's. It was a tight meet, as we said, Dee Dee, and of course,
it was very tight.
The exceptional performance, you had to manufacture some enthusiasm in an arena that had just as many LSU fans as they did Missouri fans.
It was a sprinkling, too, because we saw LSU T-shirts and sweatshirts because it was cold all over the place. So we were really kind of excited, and not a lot of family, not a lot of Tiger fans from Baton Rouge were there, but it was an exciting group. But the most exciting part was the kids that were not in the lineup really band together. If they weren't in the floor lineup, they band together and really created their own enthusiasm. And, they talk about the purple zone, and the kids were able to stay in the purple zone no matter the distraction. Control the things you can control. We can't control the judges. We can't control the crowd, but we can control our enthusiasm and our motivation and what we're asking our kids to do and give back to each other.
Hey, I'm fired up. Are you fired up? I'll tell you. And the floor, I'll tell you had a little bit of a miscue there in the very first event, but you had pressure throughout the lineup, and boy, did the Tigers respond.
They gained gained momentum, and we're talking about the performance of the week. I got to give it to the huddle of kids that weren't in the lineup on each of the 4 events.
And that'll be our exceptional performance of the week, brought to you by Woman's Hospital. When experience matters, choose Woman's.
Yep.
Dee Dee, of course, there on the floor. You guys continued to just power right through that lineup and got some tremendous scores, especially from the tail end of that lineup.
Well, the end of the lineup, I felt like Bridget Dean did as good a routine, and we're continuing to try to polish that. There's some things that need to get better, but she didn't compete all year last year, and now she's put together a string of performances.
And important ones too.
And important ones. But Bridget, then right after Bridget, Reagan Campbell, and Reagan is beautiful when she does her gymnastics, and I think she's building some confidence. We've got some passes in that routine that I think she handles really well. Her leap combination is new. We put it at the end of the routine so that she'll have a 10-0 start value in that routine. So Reagan Campbell, I think, is really key in supporting what happens at the end of that lineup.
Boy, did that junior respond, and more about her coming up on the balance beam.
Yeah, but on floor, Kaya Johnson. We don't really practice her a lot because of an Achilles tendon that continues to be sore. But she stepped out there, did a great job, really set Kennedy up. And Kennedy probably had the best warm-up sequence of tumbling that we've seen her do, and then got all juiced up and stepped out of bounds in her first pass. But the rest of the routine was so good that she still scored like a 9.75 with an out-of-bounds deduction.
Wow, tremendous. So the Tigers, it's coming down to that fourth quarter. We always like to say that fourth and most important rotation, and your team is on the difference maker on the balance beam.
Well, I tell them every time we go to beam, all right, this is a real event. Let's go do the real event here. And if you control beam, if you've had a good meet and you control balance beam, you have a good shot at winning.
And that's exactly how it ended up, but it wasn't before the Tigers put together, again, string of tremendous performances. One seemed to build on the next, all the way to the end.
Well, Christina mounts, and she does a good job. It wasn't her best beam routine, but it was a good start for the team, and stuck her dismount. Then, we were just kind of okay, but Bridget does a great job, and the scores are a little bit, there's a distance between the scores, but it was a solid performance and a good routine, followed by Sammy Durante, another solid routine. Every one of them, like you said, every routine had highlights in it. Every routine got better and better. Kennedy goes, one judge gives her a 9.9, one judge gives her a 9.85, so we got a 9.875, setting up the last two people in the lineup.
And these two, you have a freshman followed by a very experienced junior on the balance beam. That combination is just lights out.
Kaya gets up there, and it's like she's automatic.
Yeah.
She just puts blinders on.
Light as a feather.
She just beautiful routine, absolutely as good as any that she's done thus far this year.
That's
one
saying
judge,
a lot. Having
well,
gotten a
she's
10.
had some great ones, but one judge goes 9.95 and another one gives her a 9.9, and Missouri had a gymnast that I felt like should have gotten a 10.
Sure.
One judge gave her 10, one gave her a 9.95.
So it's tight.
It's tight, but the performance that this team is doing on beam has been stellar. Reagan goes up. We need the big score because the scores are very close at this point. Reagan gets up and just does a beautiful beam routine, and you can see the extension, the confidence, how she flows from one skill to the next. It's a beautiful routine, and then just darts the dismount.
And the junior from Coppell, Texas, darts the dismount, as Dee Dee says, and brings home the big W for your Fighting Tigers. Now 4-2 in the SEC, solidly in that number 2 spot in the 1 through 8 there, with a big win at Missouri on Friday night. So much more coming up right ahead inside LSU Gymnastics.
Man, shopping at Academy is such an experience. It's like fun you didn't even know you needed. All over the place. It's everywhere. What? Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, so help me if you want to.
I'd love to.
When you find the home you want to buy, choose a mortgage lender that can help you buy it. David Alello with Assurance Financial. David specializes in helping first-time home buyers, offering conventional FHA, VA, RD construction, and jumbo loans. David takes the hassle out of getting a home loan while making you feel right at home. Lending the way you like it. Call David today at 921-8152. That's 921-8152. David Alello with Assurance Financial.
When company comes to town,
company's coming!
We go all out. All you gotta do is get down here and visit Baton Rouge.
Shrimp po' boy, fried chicken. Man, Academy has the best selection in bait. Oh, gotta get a badonkadonk. What else do we have here? Oh, the twitchin' mullet. Definitely. Gone fishing.
We're born to be loud, born to be strong, born to work hard and tailgate harder. We're born to give it our all, on the field, in the stands, and beyond. We're born to be Tigers. We're the Tiger Athletic Foundation. Be part of the team behind the Tigers. Join today for better access and better perks. TAF, we're here for Tigers. Be there for them too. Annual membership starts at only $50.
LSU has a vision for tomorrow. One that shows what fierce can do. Out of love for our neighbors and pride in our state, we give all we have. Because ours is a spirit without equal, unyielding, unstoppable, making our big world a much better world. LSU, fierce minds, fierce hearts, fierce for the future.
This segment of Inside LSU Gymnastics, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, is brought to you by Dow. For more than 60 years, Dow has been a dedicated teammate for LSU. Go Tigers!
Welcome back inside LSU Gymnastics from the LSU Gymnastics Training Center, right near the Seth and Dora Johnson Vault areas where we are coming to you from. I tell you what, the sponsors, unbelievable, right?
And, unbelievable, but I tell you what, we're also looking at our beach volleyball venue, and they just beat the #1 team in the country, and we have UCLA coming here this weekend.
It's going to be amazing.
Weekend on Saturday. So
talk about a sport on fire.
Yeah.
That's one the Tiger fans really need to check out as well. But, you know, all of these particular programs at LSU, Dee, are built around not only terrific leadership, but also tremendous student athletes. And we have one in particular, a senior from Chino, California, in Kennedy Edney, who has been something special for your program.
You know, from her freshman year to now, we've seen so much maturity, so much growth, but her gymnastics has been staple. Yeah. She's just done a great job for us. She won the national championship on vaulting her freshman year and her junior year. Had a little injury this year, so, you know, we need to maybe talk about that a tiny bit because she's really overcome it. She tweaked her elbow in an inner squad, got her in vaulting that weekend. Got her in floor and beam that weekend. Right. And then a couple of weeks later, we were able to get her back in vaulting, and we're hoping this week we have Arkansas coming in this weekend, that she'll be in the all-around by this weekend.
Well, we had a chance to sit down with Kennedy Edney and talk to her and reflect a little bit on her career as a Tiger, but we can't give up on this senior just yet. There's so much more gymnastics coming ahead. Here's Kennedy Edney.
My mom was a cheerleader, and of course my dad was a basketball player, but no, nobody did gymnastics in my family. Everyone was either dancers or cheerleaders or football or basketball players. I would do flips on the couch and stuff, and we would go to mommy and me classes, and I'd be separated from the other kids and swinging on the bars, and she'd have to come get me and put me back in the class, and it was just a mess. I think I just liked flipping. I just liked being upside down. I mean, of course, people thought I was going to go to UCLA because my dad went there, but to this day, people still bring that play up all the time. I mean, it'll just never go away because it's just so legendary that what he did there. You're not competing every weekend like you do here. You compete probably every 2 to 3 weeks. And you probably do like 3 meets until you go to state and then regionals and then nationals. But I mean, I was just doing my gymnastics and just waiting to see what was going to happen next. Jay had told me that he wasn't going to stop just because they thought I was going to UCLA. He told me he was going to keep fighting until I either committed or I didn't. So that was kind of cool because other schools just kind of gave up and didn't really try. I mean, I didn't know what was going on, if we're being honest. I just thought, I just did whatever I had to do, and here I am, got a national championship.
You didn't know that the national champion was awarded in the semifinal?
No, I didn't. I literally had no clue.
Okay, so what's different last year when you won a national championship? I mean, now you know, so is there a difference?
No, there really was no difference. Again, I really forgot that it happens on the first day, and I was really just going out there and just giving it my all, and then here I win, doing it again. It's kind of cool that, like, the bond that we've built here for 4 years, it's incredible, and it will never be forgotten. Those relationships will always be there. I mean, I couldn't see myself not talking to any single one of them after this, or even years on from this. Like, we're going to each other's weddings and stuff pretty soon here, so coming here made me realize how much I actually love the sport. If I were to quit one day, it'd be hard because I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I'm on track to graduate in May, so that's good. Yay me. I plan on doing grad school here, actually, and I want to be a grad assistant here and still be a part of the team.
What once began as an idea, a hope, a prayer,
has become real.
A mission to serve, a call to heal,
and a vision to create a healthier tomorrow
has come alive.
A team of dreamers with one dream.
To build something life-changing for Louisiana's children.
Something special for me.
For you. For all. This dream created something amazing.
A beacon of hope.
Of healing. Of home.
What once began as an idea
has become a shared passion to change the lives of future Louisiana generations. Thank you for believing in amazing.
Thank you for believing in us.
Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital in Baton Rouge.
Now open!
It's Ford Truck Month, and if this is your kind of day, and this is your kind of truck, then this is your month. Ford Truck Month. Now, get great deals on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 43 years.
Like F-150 with 0 for 72 and $3,750 bonus cash plus 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days. Only at your Southern Quality Ford dealer.
At Dudley DeBosier, we're proud to serve Tiger Nation as the official injury lawyers of LSU Athletics.
To us, that means when one of you gets knocked down, we're there to pick you up.
And hopefully, we're making Louisiana a little safer in the process.
We take pride in fighting for our fellow Tiger fans.
It's a great responsibility, but even a greater honor. Demand Dudley DeBosier, the official injury lawyers of LSU Athletics. 444-4444.
LSU Tigers fans, show your pride with real Tigers gear from the official online store, lsushop.net. You'll find everything a Tigers fan needs, including jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, and more. With an awesome selection of over 4,100 products, including official team merchandise from Nike, when it comes to Tigers pride, there's only one place real Tigers fans go, lsushop.net.
We're born to be loud, born to be strong, born to work hard and tailgate harder. We're born to give it our all, on the field, in the stands, and beyond. We're born to be Tigers. We're the Tiger Athletic Foundation. Be part of the team behind the Tigers. Join today for better access and better perks. TAF, we're here for Tigers. Be there for them too. Annual membership starts at only $50.
This segment of Inside LSU Gymnastics, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, is brought to you by Assurance Financial. When you find the home you want to buy, choose a mortgage lender that can help you buy it. David Alello with Assurance Financial, lending the way homebuyers prefer it.
Well, you can see why the LSU Gymnastics Training Center is renowned in all of the world for not only its architecture, but also for all of the equipment and the safety features built in on behalf of these tremendous student athletes like Kennedy Edney, who you just heard from.
Yeah.
Dee Dee, looking ahead, a tremendous meet coming up on Friday night in the Maravich Center, back in the friendly confines, 7:15. Arkansas is paying a visit to Baton Rouge.
And we're excited. Anytime it's a conference team, you know, you figure they're going to best in the nation is the SEC, of course. And we want to put our best foot forward. We want it to be a great meet, and I think our kids are looking forward to being at home and having a regular week of training.
Regular week of training, and I'll tell you, your team continues to move up in the rankings,
right,
battling perception, you know, around the country, and that is really critical. That is a tremendous part of getting the scores that are necessary to compete and earn your way in to that nighttime session of the SEC and then everything else that follows.
Right, right. You know, your regional championship, and then, you know, it's a two-day meet and national championship, so you've got to be right now beginning to put your best team together.
Oh, it's an exciting part of this season right here. We have 2 home meets left. Be in the seats, 7:15 when the lights go down and the fire comes up inside the Maravich Center. The Tigers and the Razorbacks, last SEC regular season meet of 2020, Dee Dee, and I know we're looking forward to a packed house as always.
We're excited about it, Mike, and you know, get your tickets early, go online, lsutix.net. It promises to be a great meet.
It will indeed. We want to see you in there, Tiger fans, and cheering on the LSU Tigers to another 197-plus victory over an SEC opponent. Well, for head coach Dee Dee Bro, I'm Mike Smith. Thank you so much for joining us this week. We'll be back next week with all of those great Arkansas highlights and so much more inside LSU Gymnastics. We'll see you next week.
Inside LSU Gymnastics with Dee Dee Bro, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, has been brought to you by Women's Hospital. When experience matters, choose Women's Hospital. TJ Ribs, legendary Louisiana barbecue. Dow. For more than 60 years, Dow has been a dedicated teammate to LSU. Go Tigers. And by Assurance Financial. When you find the home you want to buy, choose a mortgage lender that can help you buy it. David Alello with Assurance Financial. Lending, the way home buyers prefer it. Call David today to get pre-approved. 225-921-8152. Inside LSU Gymnastics with Dee Dee Bro, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, is an exclusive presentation of the LSU Sports Television Network. The LSU Sports Television Network is a division of LSU Sports Properties.